After watching Arsenal versus Man City match yesterday, I discovered two things. These two things are going to help the both club. Watch this video to the end so that you will know what I discover. First, one thing I discover is that Mikel Arteta is not ready to win this league. And Mikel Arteta is not ready to contend with an slot to win this league. Another thing I discover about Pep Guardiola is that Pep Guardiola has lost his ideas and has lost his confidence. And now, why did I say that Mikel Arteta is not ready? Now, Mikel Arteta's starting 11 yesterday was one of his biggest mistakes. Why he drew that match or would have almost lost that match against Man City yesterday. Why will he start three defensive midfielders ahead of a possessional team? Although he is a possessional coach and he knows how to take over or take charge of every football match that he plays. But when you know that you have a good central midfielder on your bench and you are putting in a defensive three midfielders on your match. Since Odega is not going to play that match yesterday, why don't you start Eze on the 10 to balance your midfield to supply your striker the football so that he could be able to take the lead ahead of Man City? Now, instead, you start Merino. Is it because of nationality favoritism or because of he has been the one playing with you for so long? I don't know. Now, if you discover that match yesterday, you discover that Merino was actually out of that match. He was trying to be a first nine, which is not. When you know that you already have someone occupying that space, you are trying to chase that person away, creating a loophole in the midfield, and there was nobody going to collect the ball. You know, the Clarias and Zubimendi, they are not central midfielder, they are defensive midfielder, making it difficult for Arsenal to supply the ball to the striker. Although Madueke only was actually in that match yesterday, 100%, but the striker wasn't understanding the pattern that Madueke only was playing yesterday. Now let's talk about Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola has lost his mind, his mind or his mindset, has lost his idea, and he has lost his confidence. Now imagine Pep Guardiola after securing your first goal, then you wait for the first half to end. Immediately second half begin, you fall back to your home, begin to defend against a possessional team like Mikel Arteta, your son, your very boy in the field of football or in the field of coaching work. Why will you fear a whole Mikel Arteta and then run back to defensive when you have a team who are possessional team also? Now you will discover that Pep Guardiola started defensive football almost at around 50 minutes till 90th minute until Arsenal have to equalize. They have to come outside. Now, if he was actually ready to play defensive football yesterday, he would have taken out or would have subbed out Bernardo Silva, because Bernardo Silva was already on caution, which is yellow card, not making him to be actually free with the ball or with the tackle. He would have looked for someone who's a better defensive midfielder to handle or to play that role very well, which he later brought him, but he refused to remove Bernardo Silva, then sub